Mousesports have 3 people in this bomb site, so they have a somewhat of an idea. Here comes the flash, and here comes the rush.
Karrigan will go down somewhat immediately. Bomb will be planted first. Oranges and Mousesports are looking to try to get a recovery into this one. They do have construction, and that position is extremely important to be able to pivot onto that retake. But apparently, Crimson is going to just destroy everybody coming from construction in single file 1v1. So looks like this is falling flat in his face so far for Mousesports, and now it's just Woxic with 5 HP. There are a few low players here for Fnatic, but the HE will send him into space.
Flush, of course, it's Flush. Mentality, and I forgot that Mousesports is pretty much Team FPL. They all came from the online. They were born in it. They were molded by it.
This is a good point. And, well, it's like... it looks like this full save is going rather well. Rockstar does have a CZ and armor. He's really putting it to good use.
I just looked towards you for a second.
Completely dry, no tip-off. And it's just flushing the 1v5, and Rops takes his head right off.
At bay as the main push comes into B, and Karrigan's there with the spray from the fountain. That's excellent work from him. That might just do it. There's only 2 players left now. We will have Golden rejoining the push, but the rotation's in, and it's not looking like there's too much to do here for Flusher.
Ooh, Karrigan, great hold from him. Just Golden, 1v4, doesn't look too likely. He's able to pick up at least 1 kill. That's some nice money acquired, but...
coming as part of the default after that banana control, and that flash is great, but they don't check for Rops! He gets 1 that could have been significantly more damaging. Woxic picks off 1 as well, but the trades are good here from Fnatic. They've tight in pits. It's going to be quite difficult, but Frozen's able to take down Flusher with ease. He makes that look so good.
Yeah, it's still 2 players from Fnatic, though, and they have 20 seconds. They have to approach this bomb site at this point. Karrigan here in the site will be able to find Crims. Actually, it will be Frozen who actually ends his life. JW, 10 seconds left, has to make it all work by himself, but he's pinched by 2 different angles right now, and Fnatic not showing the most conviction going up that C, where players are just moving into positions that the CTs do not expect right now. Crims is already deep in apartments, along with Brolin right now, and it's just Frozen here at this A bomb site. And this is a very important position. Can he hold it all together? No, he cannot. Brolin is able to find him. Karrigan now at Moto is taken down as well, and this round has fallen apart for Mousesports. Chris J, the sole survivor.
This is such a classic Fnatic round, wasn't it? It's just like, it's just so hard to...
And Frozen's here to support him, actually. I'm not sure if these players will connect, though, but a little bit of a logjam there in that position, but Chris J is still able to find the kill on Crims. Brolin in Boiler Room has to do it all himself. He's able to find Chris J, looking for more, will be traded out. Good team play for Mousesports there.
Able to anchor this site very effectively, but this is going to be difficult. Picks up the first kill, able to actually recover from the flashbang. Out comes the M4. The fire will slow things down slightly, but the trade is through. But life is made quite difficult here for JW. The rotation's already there, trying to bait out something, and he's, he's able to do it. Beautiful movement there from JW. That's exactly what we know him for. And now he's going to have to try to juke and dance around the fountain to find the next kill, which might be quite difficult here because Frozen and Rops know that he has to plant and that they do not have to peek him just yet. That said, JW is going to find a pick onto Frozen. And now life gets quite interesting. Still some time here to play with the bomb as he taps it once more. Rops edging closer, but realizes that JW is just toying with him at this point. And now JW is committed for the plant. Rops goes for the swing, and he hits the headshot. So smart from both players. It's so crazy.
But a very strong tag. And there's still a great setup from Mousesports here at Apartments. I can't imagine that Fnatic or that Mouse will expect this. But Frozen is in a great position regardless at the haystack. Finds 1. The last 2 Fnatic players have to come out right now. But Frozen is good for 2. JW remains in the 1v2.
Once again, JW is the man looking for the clutch. And perhaps this time it might go a little bit better. The AK in hand. 2 players from Moto able to separate them. And the spray is going to be good from JW. Fantastic stuff. I'm curious if we would see something like that. Rops is aggressive in apps. Oh my god, that's a free one for him. That's a good start for Mousesports. So they may not have to work that hard to close this one down at this point now. It almost feels like a desperation push into the B-bomb side to try to find a pick here, and it's not going to work out as Chris J is able to deal with that and send that push back just for a moment. And this so much here to work with for the CTs. Mousesports just jiggling, and it's just impossible for Golden to find a frag, and they haven't even seen that there's a third player here all along as well. This is hopeless for Fnatic.
Weren't this lopsided. He's going up bracket right now, bunny hopping forward, and Rops will be able to take him down.
This time, though, he still doesn't have any utility. He gets taken out.
No.
The golden fakes are not working.
And now they can peek top mid and understand what's happening. But it doesn't even matter, I don't think, because look at Woxic go, able to find that the push is indeed rotated to B. So Mousesports are like a step ahead here, pretty much all the way. And there doesn't seem to be too many good options for Fnatic. They're just going to have to run or throw a Hail Mary into the bomb site now and just pray they're able to find a frag. But once again, it just looks like there's in heavy disadvantage just all the time, and Mousesports will close it out with ease.
He experienced a similar fate in the previous round, just pushing on forward dry, and he'll meet the same fate this time around as well.
I like it too because he's like, I don't want to give up this position. Most opens would be like, I'll fall back another position, go back to the little statue behind the little water fountain thing. What do you guys call that, by the way? I never...
In Arch? That thing that he's looking at right now?
Yes, that thing right there.
I think it's
like a little water fountain thing.
I don't know if it has a little... I don't know.
Just say he's
behind the pole.
Because I was going to say, like...
And Mousesports know that they have to take a little bit more control. They're a man down, so we'll be fighting towards this construction position. Kerrigan is up to bat, and he's unable to find anything, but Frozen does take one down. It's just left up to Rops and Woxic here in this 2v3. And Woxic is on the flank right now, but with Rops dying that quickly, his position will surely be discovered. Can he find it, though? He will be able to find one, and the diffuser, actually. It's just Golden in the 1v1 against him, and Woxic is playing the time. But Golden, he's sticking the bomb, and Woxic is able to find the frag. A 1v3 from Woxic there. A huge pistol round victory.
Mid-take. That's an unfortunate whiff from JW. But Brolan has him covered, so Fnatic keeping Mousesports honest.
Yeah, that's great support from him here. And it'll make the Mousesports hit rather one-dimensional as they're making their way up porch. Oh, Woxic. Okay, finally gets the kill on a brawl in there. JW swinging out wide, but isn't able to connect with anything. Smokes on both sides of porch right now, and JW may find an opportunity here. He's playing this close box and finds the no-scope onto Woxic. Chris J remains in the smoke, and Fnatic showing a little bit of life, a little bit of that resilience you're talking about.
So they're trying to really play the clock here, make life difficult for Mousesports. And there they go, bursting out of the apartments. Nice first frag from Crims. Definitely buying a lot of time here. Now Prolan is in the action. JW is lurking with the AWP on the side once again, going shotgun mode already to at the very least. But he may not need to. There's 8 seconds remaining. Another headshot will befall Mousesports. And Robs doesn't really like what he sees. He's backing away, or he'll try to at least.
Clear these at this point, and Mousesports will have no opportunities. Looks like Mousesports recognize that, and they have to try to brute force it. Through the smoke, Golden will find yet another kill. Kerrigan, though, along with Rops, connecting to find those 2 players in the bomb site. Crim's the lone survivor, and he's not able to get it done. Woxic, every kill it feels like this round, just through towards the construction right now. Woxic will be here to challenge him, and he'll be successful.
Fnatic pretty heavily there, which is very surprising, and that makes this game... or puts this game in an interesting place, because Fnatic have largely been...
A minute left, and so they just have to try to fight. And Golden does just that. Recognizes...
Golden is holding down the arch position, so it's looking like a pretty strong setup here for Fnatic. Oh, that angle really pays off for Golden. Kerrigan pre-aiming a different position and gets crushed. And now there's a desperation rotation into the AWP of Flusher. This is not going to work. And we see the save. At very least, it will be 4, which is enough. We'll get into that later as we do have Chris J trying to fight for control here towards this arch position. There goes this quick swing, and Golden juking pretty effectively with the MP9 there, showing how powerful it can be. Is able to get the kill, and there's the smoke as well to make life even worse. My goodness, JW straight through the smoke, and all of a sudden it was just Rops left. Mousesports, yeah, they were unable to do anything in this round, and just as you said, that banana control kind of pushed Mousesports into playing completely into Fnatic's hands and player. So they are guaranteed more or less to be against 3 players on this A site. But there's the swing, the trade's through, but oh my, Crims gets the trade after he dies with that Molotov that he laid down. And now it's up to the remainder of Mousesports to try to make their way to A, but they are stuck here and the rotation's coming as well.
JW. He's in a terrible spot with AWP. Especially with the rocks right around the corner. Brawling. Nice cleanup. And Golden there with off angle in the middle.
For the moment, as we do get a full-out arch push coming in from the Mousesports side, but they are outgunned, outmatched ultimately. They do manage to take down JW, but the cost is pretty heavy. Now it's just a desperation play into the A side. Woxic does find a pick, but again, look like they have many opportunities. That bomb is halfway. Flusher takes down Frozen. But there's Robs doing a lot of damage to P250, announces his presence from Graveyard, and Woxic will get the headshot down to 1 HP, but he can't find it in time, and Flusher, can he get this defuse? It's going to be fairly close, but he looks good for that retake. That's exactly where they want to commit. The bomb is top mid, and it seems like Carragher's rotating to help them. So it looks like an A play, but all the way through the porch position is going to be impossible. Without a split, this is so difficult to attack the A side. The crossfires are so dangerous of the CTs to deal with, and they're just getting completely ravaged. It's a no contest on the A side. 16-14, and Mousesports towards the end of this game were a shadow of the
roll. In fact, both hands, of course, and he'll be the first to scale on forward. He's looking for that fight, jumping on forward, but Woxic is able to find 2 from that position. Golden and Crims are able to trade back with 2 of their own, but Chris J is still there and fighting. But Golden, picking up those dual pistols, Akimbo style, is able to find a kill and takes down Kerrigan as well. Just Rops now in the 1v2, and he scales on forward from the control window immediately. The defuse is coming out, so the fight goes the way of JW. May not have mattered, though.
It's the first gun rounds, and Chris J is going to not expect Brolin to be so close in the hot position. That's a huge win, because now Brolin can just play from this hot spot. Oh my god, that smoke as well is going to create huge issues. He can't be traded at all. And now Mousesports are just really stuck here. Rops is trying to do what he can with the AK. He's finding a lot of frags there. Their headshots raining in. But now it's down to Frozen. He's given him a chance, but JW finds it after picking up the AK. And the wall of smokes outside will allow them to quickly scale down secrets. And that's going to force a rotation out of Fnatic. Flusher just got a lot of info towards the lobby, and it's looking like JW is going to pick them away from the stairs position, having great success. So actually not finding really any value here. Chris J's the last hope in that sense. 1 kill would be pretty good at this point. And he's looking for it. He's going to find it. So, all right, I think that is a decent amount of damage. They can be happy now.
Oh, drive by.
Stopped in their tracks. That's a great molly to get him out of his position, actually. But the flash comes in to help him out, but he isn't able to find anything. Golden, though, will. From the J-Hall, he's able to get 2 kills, and it's just down to Frozen and Rops, 2 versus 3.
It would certainly be an unlikely victory here for Mousesports, but it is possible for sure. But you can see that Fnatic are very good in terms of when they've spotted some players, and in that time when Flusher was spending so much to just delay his opposition, Crims was able to sneak out into that forward position, which does catch Robs, and Frozen has very little health to work with here, so we can't expect too much from him, especially with the time, and Crims will finish him off with a
upper split from outside as well. Oh, maybe they slow it down.
Wow. Fnatic are doing such a good job to not give Mousesports anything in these rounds. Good hold from Brolin as well, from the opposite vent. Looking for more, but his teammates are all there to support him. Feels like every Fnatic player right now is in the right position.
Indeed. Well, there you go. Robs is straight out there looking to do the damage. He's only able to get 1, but that's enough to allow his teammates forward. Golden able to find so much damage, though, with the double. And Flusher now with the utility from Heaven is going to try to do what he can. JW with, looks like an angle with that AWP in from main. That's a flick and a half onto Woxic, leaving Frozen in the 1 versus 2. Plenty of time. The CTs have given him some room to work with. He's just going to have to commit to the plan and pray that he doesn't get peeked, and he won't. Frozen able to maneuver for the afterplant, and he has read this. Has he read this? Or maybe I'm wrong, because he's turning his back to JW, and the Tech 9 comes out to finish it off. And
that's such a good move. I can't.
But they have to get a move on, because they need time so that if something goes wrong, they can adjust. And Brolan's going to be found at the back of the site, and he'll be taken down. So Mousesports looking successful.
In Frozen, may have an opportunity to find a retreating Golden, and he does. So that's some good damage for Mousesports. Thankfully, on the side of Fnatic, they have acquired a lot of cash here. That was a different look for them. to say the least. Seems like the riflers have been getting involved.
Lots of noise made outside as Frozen should surely be heard running quickly towards the Heaven and Hell positions. And finally, oh no! JW whiffs the shot. I thought he was good for that one, but the trade is there. Golden's responsible, but the bomb's outside and Frozen's traded onto Crims.
Golden, though, doesn't even want to allow Mousesports to find that position, but he misses a shot, and it's a crucial one at that. Woxic is able to take him down. Now, Flusha looking for the 1v2 on the site, waiting for his teammate. He will not. And it will cost his life. He's able to go 1-for-1 though, and it's just Woxic, and he needs to win this one for the sake of Mousesports. He whistled and his team, but the bomb is planted on the other side of the silo. He has to push on forward, and Flusha is able to take him down. A big victory for Fnatic.
Cool to see that he's still on that. It is well within the meta. Brolin will be able to deal with Chris J. He's been having a great game, and no, that's so unfortunate.
JW.
What a smart play, finding that timing.
Already broken this round a little bit. Looks to stop Mouse in their tracks. And
whoa,
he does
goodness.
just that. Just shoots him right through the smoke there.
And they've got another player in lobby, everybody else outside. Oh dear, JW finds the pick onto Frozen. He was on top of the silo, but no longer. And oh, okay. Okay, Rob's is going to go down as the ramp player, and all of a sudden, all that Mousesports are left with are a couple players outside and one in lobby, so not really a great look, and you can see the desperation from Karrigan there. You've got to start cutting corners at this point, and it's a nice little jiggle, but JW on the repeat absolutely nails it.
2 ups, and so I'm thinking fake, a pump fake into a set piece.
The situation, we'll see if they can find a remedy here. They're looking to go for an explosion upper. Just sitting in the corner, and that's a lot of damage. Brolan's doing good work. This is just falling flat on his face.
Wow.
God, this is failure after failure. It's really hard to watch.
But this was a must-win game for Fnatic if they wanted a chance to make the major. And it looks like they're doing a great job once again. Brolin taking down Rops. That was a seemingly good, well-timed play, but it's just met with the ultimate counter, which is bullets in his chest. And now Mousesports desperately making their way down lower will challenge Flusha, and actually they have an in on this round now. Flusha falls at the U-Haul, and Chris J is able to take down Crims as well. Golden is still here at control right now. What will he be able to accomplish through these doors? So he'll peek through the window instead, and Chris J continuing the strength that Mousesports has shown in this round.
And Brolin is in position to threaten the control room here, so he's going to look for this pick. He's against a weak player, but the headshot angle might be a problem. Oh, that's beautiful, using the crouch there to anticipate and take the duel in the most effective way possible. Next player, and Brolin will fall. Woxic will convert, and that does leave JW here, coming in from the ramp position. Not a good look for him with this AWP, and these 2 choke points are definitely very difficult. And there's a swing from 2 players at once. Not much you can do about that, and Mousesports will convert. They can get around the ramp position, I think.
Oh, wow.
He's looking for that. Bogdan.
Oh, another one. Oh, Flush is going to play in front of it. Oh, that is genius. The Molotov went too deep.
Oh, you know JW won't give it for free, though. He opens the door through the smoke. He finds the kill again, getting Chris J. And there's 20 seconds that remain. Mousesports have to plant this bomb soon. Frozen, unsure of the angle he will be peeked from next. Knows that he has to clear some space out, and he does a great job at that. But only 10 seconds remain, and he has the bomb. Oh, he has a chance actually to go up the vents, but he's going to be met by JW, somehow hitting the flick onto him. But is there the time? No, there is not.
Oh, wow.
Fnatic will find themselves on 12 rounds here, as Frozen has a desperate attempt to, we'll see if they even have an opportunity to find any kind of mid-round success, though, as Flusha is able to take down Karrigan already. Brolin with a kill himself, and already Mousesports just feel completely choked out of this A bomb site. Fnatic continuing with their momentum from the previous half with a nearly flawless pistol round here. It's just up to Rops. Can he even find a dent to maybe hinder just one player on Fnatic's, just the steamrolling ability? I don't know. There's so much momentum right now, and he won't find anything as well.
Yeah, they've been just... It feels like they are very focused, and we've seen a lot of games where we've seen some sloppiness, but there really isn't any complacency here from Fnatic to speak of, and they aren't able to find... Or rather, Mousesports aren't really able to find much here so far. Chris J has found an AK, but it's a similar story to that previous round with Frozen. He's being hunted. Chris J looking for that next player from Trophy, trying to find a way to get out of these positions so that he can keep this AK alive, and they don't want to let him have it. They do have to be cautious, though, because they don't have the bomb down just yet. Chris J will be caught out, though. Here's all the running. Wants to punish. But there it is. And he may find something here. He could catch one of these players off guard. Carrigan is right above him. He has no idea. And Carrigan will see him first. And he gets the pick onto JW. That's a big kill. Now Fnatic in this 3v4 needs to sort of just play for position together. And they're doing so towards ramp.
This is such a good angle for Rops, though. It's usually good for at least one. But Crims clears it out. 3v3 situation now. Frozen was able to take out Brawlin towards outside. That's a big pick. And Woxic is lying in wait at control. And Mousesports with a little bit more life and a little, at the very least, and know that there is a player rotated on towards lower, which will cause Fnatic to go for an upper hit. Frozen is still at the opposite vent right now. Will he be able to find anything? He does get one, but it's a 3-on-3 situation. JW is able to take down the rotating Chris J, and it's just up to Rops and Woxic for the life of Mousesports here at CS Summit 6. They have to try to win this one. Rops pushing on through radio right now. Brolin will be here to challenge. Low HP on Brolin, but it's good enough. A headshot, and it's just Woxic left.
This is not an easy one with main smoked. These 3 Ts could be absolutely anywhere. And Woxic doesn't have the ability to spray transfer. It's a one-shot gun. It's a bolt action weapon. It's so difficult here. There it goes the peak. JW successful, and Mousesports have been eliminated by Fnatic with a 16-4 victory. Fnatic